Hi, okay, so this is my Statesman. It's an '06 model and it's a WM, and this is a quick tutorial on how to remove the speakers. Now, in the center, you'll find there's a little 4-inch speaker. I'll show you what that looks like actually. That's this one here. That one's in the center dash. Then you got two little tweeters, look like that. And then you've got 6-inch speakers in the doors, and then two 8-inch subwoofers in the back. It's pretty hard to, I know I went to a few different places and they didn't sell subwoofers in 8-inch, they only sold 12-inch. But then I found one which was Kenwood. They do it for about 170 bucks each, but you need to plug in a new amplifier, so you know, whatever, it's up to you guys if you want to do that. So I'll just show you quickly how to best remove the doors. Okay, so you find there's one screw there, 3 down the bottom, then there's a little one in there. That one's actually a weird one, and then you got 2 on the side. So once you've undone all of those, you can unclick it from the bottom. If you wedge your fingers in there and then take off the whole trim. Sounds like it's about to break, but don't worry, as long as you have the screws undone, it should be fine. As for the tweeters, your best bet, take off this rubber seal. Then you can take off this. This is just a thin cover, so it actually, take it off from the top there, and that unclicks. Then that'll allow you to unclick this one here. Once that's unclicked, you can then take off this whole piece. It comes all the way up to there, and you unclick it from here, and the whole thing just slides out. Might be a bit difficult, but you know, it's just wedge it out, it should be fine. As for this one, all you have to do is you just put your fingers underneath that and it comes out pretty easy. So I've already, there you go. So that's that one. And yeah, of course, tweeters are the same for the doors, each side. The wire that attached the original one, it was really short, so I had to, I don't know, you might not have to do this, but on this side I actually had to feed the wires. I had to get a coat hanger and feed the wires out the side and then attach it and then put them back through. So fingers crossed you won't have to do that. Just remember, when you're removing the trim, you'll have to undo the little latches on the door, and then there's 2 little plugs for the bottom where the light is. So just make sure you know which way is which. As for the back, you only have to worry about 1 there, 3 at the bottom, and another screw just there. Again, 6-inch speakers in the back doors. Don't worry, there's none other ones on the side, so as long as you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 screws done, that should be fine. They come off the same way again. Now, as for the back parcel shelf, your best way to do that is, actually, hang on. What I did was, you remove the seat, there's 2 little clips, one there and another on the other side. And what it does is the whole seat lifts up and then it comes out. So take that whole seat out, and then that'll expose 2 bolts for this side at the bottom and 2 bolts for the other side on the bottom. And as long as you undo those ones, then this whole piece of seating, it lifts up and out, so that'll be pretty easy. Once you've done that, then okay, put this one down. It's pretty handy to work with. You'll notice there's two little rubber clip things that are on there that just clicks off, and this whole plastic trim comes off as well. As for so then that gives you access to the actual parcel shelf, and the best way to do that is, you'll notice there's another bolt there in the center. It should be the same bolt as the seats. And then you remove this rubber, and then you can unclick, this one should come off first, as it stops here. Unclick that one, and then that'll give you room to take off this whole piece in here. You don't need to remove the whole thing, you just enough to wedge it out. And then what you'll find is there's little black clips along here. Just remember where they go. And once you undo those, then you can kind of put your hand underneath the whole trim of the parcel shelf, and it comes up and out. And then when you put it back in, same goes. What else is there to say? Just when you're attaching the wires, your best bet is to use these little clips. Much better than, you know, cutting the wires and then putting duct tape to get it to hold. So that should be pretty sweet. The old speakers that you see lying here, these were on the doors. I don't know if I mentioned yet. Just as well, if you want to know, you don't really need a voltmeter to tell which one's positive, which one's negative. Just remember which way this plugged in, and you can actually see you got light and green. In some cases, on the side, you've got brown and light grey. So what you do is you just look at it, and it says on the bottom which one's positive and negative. So just make sure you look at that, so that when you plug your new speakers in, you guarantee that you're not going to cross them over. And that should be sweet. I mean, I put my ones in, and you know, it sounds pretty kick-ass. They got in the center, actually. Some people are saying that the center one actually creates distortion at higher levels. To be honest, I didn't notice. I mean, if anything, it sounded clearer with the voice in the front, you know, so I had to change the equalizer to put more music in the back. So yeah, any questions, let me know. Don't ask me about the wattage of you know, what's the best power output, this, that, the other, because I got no clue. This one, yeah, that one's 30 watt with 2 ohm on the door speakers. I'll just double check this one's the same. Yeah, that one's exactly the same. And as for this little one, it's 30 watt with 4 ohm. And the little tweeters, they don't say, oh yeah, here we go, 30 watt with 2 ohm. So hope that helps. As for the subs, I don't know, they're gone, so I've got no clue where they are now. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the video.